I'm here with Brian Ekberg from Turn 10 Studios, where the team has been eagerly working on some exciting feature updates and brand new ways to play Forza Motorsport 7. Brian, thanks for joining us. Great to see you as always.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Now, I just wanted to say thanks for you having me over to Turn 10 Studios last week to see some of the stuff we're going to talk about. That was amazing. And it's great to have you here because this isn't necessarily something that Turn 10 has always done, right? Talking about new features early.
Yeah, this is really exciting for us to be here because just as you said, we have never done this before, I would dare say, show features that are work in progress. You guys are going to see some stuff we've never shown off before, which is awesome.
All right, good. So tell me about where Forza Motorsport 7 is now compared to where you were at launch.
So, of course, Forza Motorsport 7 we launched last year. You know, biggest game we've ever made. 700 cars, huge number of tracks, 4K, HDR, all those things that you expect from a Forza Motorsport series game. But the last few months have been incredibly exciting because the team is so focused on the game and making it better and listening to the community, putting these really awesome new features in that are really a direct feedback from the community is powering these new features and all the things we're doing in the game. So you see spectate features, you see test drive and multiplayer, all these awesome features that the community wants, we're listening, we're putting them in the game.
Nice. I love the way you mentioned the community because you're blessed with an incredible community for Forza Motorsport, but that comes with a ton of feedback and opinionated feedback as well. How do you deal with that in the studio?
We love it. I mean, we love to hear all these different thoughts. The great thing about Forza is that it's racers, it's drifters, it's drag racers, it's painters, it's tuners, it's video makers. It's all these things you can do in Forza. Everybody has an opinion. We do our best to collect all of that. And I think you're really seeing that beginning to blossom in Forza Motorsport 7 with all the new things we're putting in the game.
Nice. Right. Let's get into those features.
Sure.
Where do you want to start?
I want to start with multiplayer.
Right.
Multiplayer, of course, is a tenet of Forza. Everybody loves to go online and race. But what happens in Forza is that all different levels of skill get together. That can result in wrecks and things like that. You even get people who are in there to ruin the races of others and grief other people. That's an unfortunate byproduct of being online together. And we're really focusing on trying to make online a better place. And you'll see some of the fruit of that today with what we're calling our race regulation system, which will be part of the game, sort of rolling out over the next few months.
All right. I think we're going to be able to see some of this on screen here. This is the new track limits system, right? Talk us through what we're seeing on screen here.
So track limits have always been a part of Forza. When you go off track, you get what's called a dirty lap, but it hasn't always been clear of what a dirty lap is and where those limits are.
Yeah.
One of the things we've done is we've completely rewritten the limits of every track, hand-drawn those limits that have been a bit squirrely in the past of exactly what is off and on the track. As you can see here, you have that illumination on either side of the track that's now clearly showing you what's off, what is on, and we think of this really as a teaching tool to teach you what are the limits here at Monza. Can I go over that chicane, or do I need to be on the track itself? How far can I push this? Because as you know, Graham, the further you push the car, the closer you get to the edge, the faster your lap's going to be. So we want to really teach the player just how far they can go on these tracks. That's the first stage of this.
And I love that angle about this. This is great for your hardcore players, for Forza Racing Championship, etc. And then you can toggle this on and off, right? This isn't on all the time. But what I love is that it's kind of a teaching tool, right? For getting a faster lap, which brings me to time attack. Tell us what situation there is.
Oh, so excited. This is probably one of the most exciting and asked for features from the community. They want this time attack. Time attack, if you didn't know, was in Forza 6. Every track, every ribbon, every class. So it's really just leaderboards for every car. I want to show that I'm the fastest at Monza on this ribbon, in this car, and people love that. So we're bringing that back into the game. I'm so excited to announce that. I can't wait for people to play it because it's one of the most requested features we've had.
That's awesome. And next, drag. Let's talk about drag. This is awesome. I'm really excited to see this.
So drag racing is a part of Forza currently. You can go online and drag race with people, but we recognize that it's not the best experience, mainly because it takes so long to get back into a race. You finish a quarter-mile drag, which is, 12, 20 seconds, something like that, and then you have to wait for a minute to get back to the front of the race and start it over. With the new drag system, we're calling it experimental drag, and it's going to be as part of our free play system in the coming months. It's not going to be multiplayer. This is just an experiment to see how this works and how people react to it.
And this is just at launch. It won't be multiplayer, right?
That's right.
You're going to launch it out there, get the community playing it, get some feedback, and then see where you go with it, right?
That's the whole point. That's why we call it experimental. We're putting it out there. We want feedback. But you see it's got things like you can rev the tires before the race begins. It's got the Christmas tree start. But most importantly, you'll see we're going here in the Huayra down the track. Most importantly, you can do race after race after race, and it just jumps you back to the start of the race at the end. You're not having to go back to loading screens or collect your rewards. It's like, do the race, get back to the beginning, worry about your rewards later. Let's do some drag racing. Let's do some quarter miles and just have fun. You'll see how quick it is here. There we're at the end of the race, finished second in this race, but we're going right back to the start. And this is what drag racers want. They want to be able to tune their car, get in there really quick, and do race after race after race. So here we are at the start again.
Right back in. And this is a true simulation of drag racing. So you're seeing the Christmas tree lights, you're getting the stats at the end, which drag racers will know and love and care about as well, right?
Yeah,
awesome.
It's awesome. I can't wait for people to play with it.
What about drift?
Yeah, drift. We obviously have a huge drift community. We're doing some fun things for them. New steering angle options, new scoring model. We'll have more to say about drift, drag, all this stuff in the near future. So stay tuned for all of that.
Awesome. And you're always adding cars to Forza. Tell us about what you've got coming up.
Yeah, it's funny when you have 700 cars and you just keep adding more. That's just what we like to do.
Why not more?
But of course, we've had car packs over the past 6 months or so. We've added new cars for free for everyone. Hyundai and the Honda Civic Type R this month. There's going to be new free cars coming to Forza in the coming months as well that everybody's going to be able to partake of. I wish I could tell you exactly what they are, but we're keeping them under wraps for now. Stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. But if you're a Car Pass owner, you've had 6 months of Car Packs. We're adding 2 more to that. That will be automatically part of your Car Pass subscription. We'll have more details on that soon. And the Hoonigan Car Pack, which was previously only available as a pre-order incentive, is coming in June. So everybody will be able to get those cars. You'll be able to buy those cars. And if you're a Car Pass owner, Hoonigan will be included.
Excellent. This is great. I mean, I just love the way that you keep tuning up Forza Motorsport 7. This is a good time to be a fan of this game, right?
I think so. We're really fired up in the studio because, like you said, this is a great time to be a Forza player. We've got all this stuff coming into the game. We're really listening to the community. And boy, we got great stuff in the future. And I can't wait to show it all off. It's going to be awesome.
Brian, amazing. Always good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me out there. Best lobby in video games at Turn 10 Studios there. It's absolutely amazing. And I can't wait personally to settle behind the wheel and show off my shifting skills in drag races. Now, to honour these new announcements, we're excited to share that for the next 48 hours only, all versions of Forza Motorsport 7 are 40% off digitally on the Microsoft Store. That's 40% off. So if you haven't picked up the title yet, there has never been a better time. But just like in Forza, you're going to have to be quick.